Hey guys, welcome to another battle report. We're playing Bolt Action. We're doing the summer offensive game, so offensive campaign. So I've invited my friend Tony over. Hey Tony.
Hi.
And he's brought his Germans. We'll go over that in a minute. And we're not playing the mission from the scenario, from the campaign, because our collections are more predominantly late war. So we're just going to do maximum attrition, which is scenario 2 in the big book. And we're playing 750 points. I'll give you a look at the table. We've got some sort of Normandy farmstead at a crossroads. I just picked up these roads from a company on eBay called Small Terrain. There's their Facebook page, and I'll put a link to that in the show notes. It's pretty good, nice quality. £11 free postage for all these roads. I like that. That's very good. Yeah, me and Tony have combined our collections of hedges here to make it look like we're in France. Well done, Tony. Right, let's go with the army quickly. My army, we've already done the first turn. I brought on my entire army. So starting with the left here, I've got a veteran squad, 6-man with 4 SMGs. And then I've got a Rangers squad, for this is the second time I've used them. I still don't get to use their ability because we're playing a game where you come onto the board. But they got a slight machine gun and a bar gunner, a couple of rifles. In the bushes here, I've got a heavy machine gun team, my LT with his buddy, and an air observer with his buddy. Then over here, a rifle squad with 2 bar gunners and the rest of rifles. A jeep with a MMG over there. Sniper team, mortar team, another rifle squad with 2 bar gunners. So that's my 750 points. Let's go have a look what Tony's got. I'll start down here. What you got, Tony?
One regular 10-man Panzer Grenadier squad.
Nice.
With 3 Panzerfaust and an LMG.
The Panzerfaust are going to come useful.
yeah. Always bring them just in case. Just gone into the barn is an MMG squad. And then another 10-man with 2 Panzerfaust and an LMG.
Heading to the McDonald's section.
Yeah. Backed up by the lieutenant and his assistant. 1 medium mortar and a spotter, just hiding in the woods. And another medium machine gun team.
You can just spot it through the woods there.
Heading towards that wall.
And then you've got a couple of units in reserve.
Yep, there's an 8-man veteran grenadier squad with assault rifles and 2 LMGs in reserve. And, yep, the ever present Panzer Shrek team. Just in case some armour turn up, but...
if it does... Yeah, if it does, I'm cheating. Okay, so we're going to head into turn 2 now, and we'll come back at the end of that. Alright, so this is the end of round 2. The dice came out more in my favour than poor Tone's. But nothing really happened. I just had a general advance. Veterans moved into the forest over there. Rangers moved up to behind the building. My forward observer, air observer, fired into the cow patch down in the corner there. So hopefully that'll come out next turn. My HMG's on a ambush. The jeep relocated around to here. LT's moved up to support my rifle line, which has moved up all across to the hedge. But the most important thing that happened for me on turn 2 was my mortar fired all the way across onto that barn down there where the HMG was on ambush. Rolled a 6 to hit. Woohoo!
Through the roof.
Through the roof. 3 hits. Down. Oh, and I got exceptional damage as well, which took out the HMG team. So it's 1 point to me. I'm leading. That's right, people. Anyone who's following my Bolt Action reports, I am leading. What did you do, Tone?
Advanced to that wall with that grenadier squad. Hopped over the wall and along the hedge line with that squad. Shooing the cows away.
Isn't it ironic that there's a little crater hole where...
Yes. The lieutenant decided he can see a plane circling around, so he's decided to duck into that.
Sounds wise, sounds wise.
Spotter moved up to the wall with the medium machine gun team. Yep. And that was it.
This guys also came onto board from
Veteran
reserve.
Grenadiers are still in reserve, and a Panzer Shrek team advanced along the hedge line to go after the only thing near enough like an armoured vehicle.
Which is what my jeep circling around at the back there again. Not sure what to do. So that's the state of round 2. On we go to round 3. Okay, so this was end of round 3. The first couple of dice that came out was mine. Actually, I used my air observer to fire, but the skies were empty, so it stayed there and nothing happened. And then a couple more dice came out my way. I moved the jeep up to here, fired onto these guys here. Got a couple of hits. I killed one. Then the Rangers moved up, fired, killed a couple of hits. And these guys moved up. Yep, killed another few. So I think overall they took 3 pins and I think 4 casualties, was it?
5.
5, yeah.
10-man squad.
So I might be wasting the airstrike on them, but you know, it keeps them, the LT pin back there.
And you try dropping a mortar.
Oh yes, yes.
At the end of the go.
The mortar, so like, oh, this is the only thing I could see, why not add the pain to them. As the dice came out then, I've been stalling, moving some stuff around, hoping Tony fires his HMG over there first, which he did. And then I crossed the road with my sniper and the rifle squad, and we put the hurt on them actually. Killed 2 or 3 of the members, yeah, and they got 2 or 3 pin markers on them as well. Tony's mortar fired onto over here but missed. My LT moved up to the wall to support the regular guys going forward. My veteran squad, yeah, moved in through the bushes over here and fired on that Panzerstreck team, put a pin marker on them, and obviously in their turn they fired across here to the Jeep. And my HMG is just going on ambush every turn. It's got nothing really to shoot at. There's so much cover, and he's just basically looking down the road. What do you think, Tony? Your turn?
I advanced across the wall and took some shots at your veteran SMG squad there. Put one of them.
Yep, put a pin marker in, he killed one.
Brought my veterans on.
They moved into the cornfield to support that right flank.
The guys getting shot at actually returned fire instead of doing anything else.
That's right, yeah, they took a pin marker off, fired into here, but no damage, not even a hit.
Not even a hit. Medium machine gun didn't get anybody before they came across that road.
Yeah, heavy cover made it harder for them to hit.
I tried dropping a mortar on them before they came across the road, but that still missed as well.
Yeah, and the LT can hear the buzzing of an airplane above, so he just went down.
Yep, down inside of the building.
So as you know, we're playing maximum attrition, so you get victory points for killed units. So at the moment I'm still leading 1-0, but I think Tony's a little bit on the back foot. Would you say, Tony?
Yes. There does seem to be a swarm of them coming over the road there.
That's right, yeah. The move and fire, no penalty for moving and firing is really in my favour. With so much heavy terrain, I'm able to, you know, scoot over a section of the board, fire on there, and basically get +1 to hit, which is really, really useful. But Tony's brought some reinforcements on. Let's see if he gets the first dice to cause some trouble. Right, so this was turn 4, and as you can see, the airstrike came down. Everything was killed, bovine and German alike. Wiped out the squad, put some pin markers on the Jerry's in the building there, and my own squad over here. Dice wise, when it came out, it was interesting. There was a Panzerstreck team over there, which my veterans had moved across, fired on them. Rangers moved up here, cleaned them up. But then those guys...
Well, these guys came in first.
Yeah, these guys...
Came in last turn, then fired.
Unbelievably good shooting. Just took out the entire squad of veterans right here. With pinpoint accuracy. Really good shooting from them. And these guys, obviously, as you can see, shot down the flank and only killed 1. So this is why they veterans and these guys are regulars. From my perspective, I got a couple of things going. First of all, I took out the MMG team with my sniper, which gave me another victory point. And then these guys crossed into the open here, fired on the spotter and took him out. That doesn't obviously give me a victory point, but that does mean that the mortar now can't see anything. What else did I do? Oh, my mortar ran up here. My HMG team is moved out of the forest over here to try and provide some cover on my left flank, because the Germans are pushing hard here. My air observer has moved up here because I want to try and get another airstrike on them. But now I'm a little concerned about this squad moving in here. So that's what the American side looks like. Still pushing hard. The squad failed its order and went down. And LT's just moved in there, up with the rest of the army. What do you think about your turn, Tone?
This side went well, that side not too good.
Yeah.
Definitely the right flank. Good shooting by the veterans. And managed to get on your flank with the regular squad.
Unbelievable shooting is more like it. Look at those poor animals. This is what happens in war. War is hell, folks. What are you going to do with that mortar, Teddy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so we go on to round 5. Alright, so this is the end of turn 5. That was a lot bloodier, that turn. Let's see.
It started over there. I drew the first dice. Got the flank shot against the Rangers again.
That's right. So the Rangers took out, I think, 3 or 4 casualties. There was 2 left, and then they failed the morale test and legged it. And then my couple of turns came up. I wanted to try and pin down the squad so they don't move away there. So I got a jeep to fire on them, moved up my infantry squad to fire on them, and my LT foolishly ran out here to fire on them as well. I think I killed 1 and put 2 pin markers on them. And then your LT moved out of his little barn onto the wall and mowed down my LT. But then, because you only had 4 units left, that unit activated, obliterated them. That unit there then fired onto them, taking out 3 guys. That unit is proper sharpshooters they are. And the mortar team just jumped the wall rather. So I had like 6 activations in a row towards the end of the turn because I had so many more units. So my infantry squad moved up there and mowed down the lieutenant in quick order. My sniper team had no bead on the mortar and I couldn't get a bead on them. So they just ran over here to where this crater is in support, and my mortar is moving up as well because I didn't get a spotter for him. So he can't see nothing. Over here, my HMG team, I can't get a good bird's eye view here, fired on them. Just got a pin marker on, and my air observer used his second airstrike to plant it over there. So I'm hoping to take out a bit of this squad and maybe pin down them a bit more so that the rest of my army can maybe take them out. So the scores at the end of round 5 is 5 points to 3. I tell you, you got no more reserves left, have you?
No.
How do you think this turn's going to go?
Well, this is definitely the decider.
Yes.
According to what happens with the airstrike.
Yes, the airstrike could be pivotal. If I like pin out or even destroy this squad, and I think that's that then. But this squad, I'm a little afraid of them. It's like when they point the rifles, you know someone's gonna die. All right, let's see what happens.
The veteran squad.
Okay, so that's it. We should have probably rolled it on camera, but Tony rolled a 3 at the end of that turn, so the game is over. And the Americans have won 6 points to 3. That last turn was pretty quick, mind you. Tony had 3 dice left. He got the first dice nonetheless, even though he only had 3 in the bag. With the veterans over there, they fired onto this squad here, put another pin marker on them, and killed another 2 guys, I think.
Didn't do as good as they usually did.
No, but they still kept on their fire.
Still capital.
But then, obviously,
I also took the one shot, took one of the riflemen off to fire his panzer.
Oh yes,
at
the jeep and missed. Obviously, my airstrike didn't come down. Skies were clear again. But then, obviously, I got a slew of dice out. My HMG team fired, killed 2 guys, put a pin marker on. My air observer fired with their 2 SMGs, put a pin marker and killed a guy. The jeep fired, killed a guy. Obviously, that put them down to 4 pin markers, and I was pretty sure they wouldn't get activate. So then instead, I assaulted the mortar team and they surrendered as a whole squad of GIs descended upon them as they were fleeing their position. My mortar fired on the squad in the wheat field. I messed up, of course. And my sniper team jumped the hedge, fired off a round, put a pin marker on, and that was that. So that was basically all the activations. The game, as we said, was won by the Americans. Woohoo! Summer offensive. What do you think, Tone?
Yeah, good game. We sort of swung the board round there because I totally lost that flank.
Yeah.
And you came swarming towards me, and I sort of took this flank. Well, I didn't really take it. Blunted you that side.
What?
You came swarming me.
It was interesting because I had both my veteran units on this flank, and you absolutely massacred them. But I have so many more bodies on this side that my swing around was just, too much for the centre of your army. Because obviously you had your squad teams down there.
Squad, the crew, they should have stayed there. They shouldn't have tried to get across that field.
Yeah, it was risky, wasn't it? Well, there was so much.
Risky.
There was so much more fire.
I wanted to try and get to that road line there to try and hold you back there, but it was too much of a chance. They should have stayed and held there.
The first infantry squad that they went for the cow patch. Yeah, from my perspective, I think the major thing I had was the move and shoot order. Because when you can move and shoot without any penalties, it was, I kept advancing, kept putting pressure on you, and hopefully trying to pin down your squads. And because, fairness to you, you've taken a nice fluffy army with regular German troops that aren't filled with assault weapons. So yeah, they were sort of less scary than what other German armies I've faced. But nonetheless, it was a good game, and it wasn't a big massacre. I mean, only 6 points to 3, so it was pretty good. And you took out my lieutenant squad and both my veteran squads, which I think is quite impressive. And that squad there should get a commendation.
Yes. The veterans.
Also, I had a really good lucky first turn with that mortar taking out that HMG team. Without that, because you had 2 HMG teams, so they could have.
You can see why people take Panzer Grenadiers with assault rifles, because that is my veteran squad, so I've allowed them assault rifles.
Yeah, it's really good. No, I enjoyed that. That was really good. I think the board looked good. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah,
Nice,
lovely
good.
board.
Filled up with terrain, with my new roads from small terrain.
They're really nice. I think I will invest in some of those.
There you go. See, guys, got your sailor ready. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We will obviously log this on our summer offensive campaign. A win for the Yanks, so we can push the Germans back. You're not going to get many. I'll tell you guys, the allies of my Americans, you're not going to get many wins from me. Enjoy this one. Thanks for watching.